And all this time, I thought you were a bee.
Hey Walking Dead fans, this is going to be a quick video on the A and the B, the helicopter group, and just a few things. Spoiler alert, of course, if you haven't seen season 9 of The Walking Dead yet, as of episode 4. Okay, I've heard a lot of things out there of what the A and B could be. A lot of people think it's alive and bitten. A lot of people think it's blood type. I've just heard all kinds of things. Alpha, beta, which I think, but they're not really calling it that since there's two characters coming in the next villains called that. I think the A just stands for leader, and the B would be more of a follower, and this is the type of attitude or personality a person has. So an A would be an alpha male, a person who would lead, who would be in charge, who would stand up for themselves, but not necessarily do the right thing, because Negan was an A. Alpha males can be good or bad. So I don't know if the A and the B actually stand for alpha beta, but I do think the A is for a leader type personality and the B is for a follower type personality. And a big clue is there was a walker when she was trying to give Negan, that was an A, I believe. She knows he was an A, and she had that walker out there to bite him. And she also had a walker there to bite Father Gabriel. So those being, she admitted Father Gabriel was an A. So both of them being an A, it seemed like they were going to be bitten. And I think a B would be the same way, a follower. I think the helicopter group wants the people already bitten, but knowing the personality types beforehand. So a few of the facts we know, the Junkyard group wasn't in the comics. Scott Gimple wrote them into the show. He added the helicopter in. And you know, that's a great thing to create to give a way out for Rick if he does leave on the helicopter. I don't think that's going to happen, but you know, it could be.
You traded people, yes?
Yes.
That's what you were going to do with me, with Rick.
But what they did show, and what's been revealed more and more in season 9, is it's a large group, it's far away, and they have a helicopter, so they got to have some type of, you know, mechanics and resources and things like that.
And where? There's another place. It's far from here, but if we go together, we can get there.
And they're also trading food and supplies for people. So it seems like it's some type of scientific or science type folks, maybe doing some evil experimenting. But they seem to have plenty of supplies to trade. And of course, there's the 3 circle symbol. But we also know that Jadis, the reason she made a deal with Rick is to get the guns that they would have got from the Saviors once they won the war and beat the Saviors. She was wanting guns. So obviously the helicopter group, even though she was trading people for supplies, that didn't include weapons. So the people in the helicopters would not or did not supply them with weapons. And remember the line where Jada says it didn't start out that way, but it just ended up that way, trading people for supplies. What is the connection with the helicopter group and Jadis? How much does she know? And she seems to be willing to go back with them wherever they're going, far away to their group. So she must know maybe that she would fit in or she wouldn't get bitten and experimented on things like that. So she has to trust them a little bit that she's going to be okay when she gets there. So it's almost safe to assume that this helicopter group existed before the outbreak started. They were some type of organization, some type of group, government entity, something that was together. They had supplies, they were stocked, they had the helicopters, they had pilots, they have all these things, and they were probably already established before the outbreak. We saw the family of preppers in Fear the Walking Dead. You know, they had a huge bunker full of supplies. They had things stocked, you know, ready for anything like the outbreak to happen. And then when it did, they were pretty well off. So back to Jadis, we know she's been trading people for supplies for a while. It hasn't included guns. And you know that one time when Rick climbed up on the garbage and you could see all of the junkyard kind of spread out behind him. In the right-hand side, kind of to the bottom behind Rick, we can see that camper that Heath was driving, Heath and Tara. A few seasons ago, you remember Heath disappeared. He was in that camper truck. It looks like that's it behind Rick in that shot. So we know possibly now what happened to Heath. It looks like he was captured by the junkyard people. Heath, I think, had an A personality myself. She might have categorized him as a B and sent him off with a helicopter, but I think he was probably an A. But it does look like Heath may have went the way of the chopper. And we don't really know what's going to happen to Rick yet until next Sunday, but we do, in that trailer, we've seen Jadis on the radio. She's kind of away from the junkyard, it looks like. There's trees around her. Who is she radioing, and who does she have as an A, if that's the case? If it's not Rick, and that's not a scene with Rick in it, who does Jadis have? Who does Anne have there ready to go in the helicopter? Will she be stopped by Father Gabriel if it's someone, another character that we know? I really hope most of the questions asked in this video will be answered in Season 9, Episode 5, the upcoming episode. But I'll be surprised if the A and the B doesn't mean the type of personality. But it does make me curious, why do they want the personality types? And if they're going to be bitten once the helicopter loads them up, what does the personality type have to do with anything? Are they trying to find a cure? Are they trying to weaponize it? Are they trying to control it? What do you think the helicopter group is doing? Let's speculate a little bit. Let's discuss it below in the comments. We've got a few days until the episode might tell us, and then we can talk about it a little more in another video. I might not like that Rick is leaving the show. I might not like that Maggie's leaving the show, and I don't like that they killed Carl off, and I don't like a lot of direction and writing and stupid things the show does, but it's still one of my favorites. And, you know, the comic, the show, it's a great thing to discuss here with you guys. I definitely enjoy it. So please comment below and let's start the discussion. As always, thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more dead stuff.